Can I get a one person? Oh, also, do you guys still have the Fiesta chips, Mondo?
Yo. I'm doing a little diddles. Hey, hey. How are you? How's the audio levels? I adjusted a little after the other day. Hey, hey. What Team Plasma? What are they doing here? Get them out of here. Yeah, we'll have to hear the game. Hello. Yeah. Based. Hey, what's up, everyone? Hello to Sis, who got very excited when I went live. Kingo, Return of the King, thank you so much. Snack with a resub. We do have the Fiesta chips, Mondo, actually. I think we have one in the back. Pixel and Isaac. Game could be toned down. Do you think the game could be turned down, or I could be turned up? Okay. We're starting from scratch here, folks. We're back to the old days. Although, did we ever leave the old days? We never did figure out audio. It was always my worst enemy. Look at this raw shot. This OP is sick. Buddy bro, what's good? Ski nostalgia. Ski low quality. Oh well, those are the old days. We all started out with low quality. I had this. With me, it's funny. I'm Zabrag. This is the evolution right here. Zebra, Zabrag, and in 3 more years, I'm probably going to be calling myself New Data. What was I saying? About audio, right. I've had such a funny journey with audio. Where when I started out, I was using the built-in mic on my MacBook. My school-issued MacBook. Hold on. Look at this guy on the left. Look at his back. He is breathing up a storm. Yeah, but here's the thing, Isaac. That was probably the best my audio was for a couple years. Because as soon as I switched to my headset, it was awful. You couldn't hear me. They have been running circles around this place. It wasn't until like late 2020 where I got this mic and I finally feel comfortable. But even then, I remember I think it was during VLR, I had the air conditioner on or something, and it murdered my quality. And nobody told me for like a couple weeks. It was during that era. It was the summer. But I remember one VOD specifically being like horribly ruined. This is like Roy's moment. I noticed it. But like, you're your own worst critic, you know? What did the middle guy say? I think we're gonna need some more guys. The boss is gonna get you for this one. What is this GT music? Every time I make a joke in this, I feel like I flash back to the original playthrough and think, did I say the same thing? I bet I could go back to the VOD and I probably said that exact phrase. What is this GT music? This is like the only time this plays, I think. I don't recognize this song. Look, they're making Baby in there. They're gonna Star Wars reference Trunks. Aurora. Ooh. There he is, Baby. Our Zed researchers are remodeling Rahu. We're making a model people can dive into. Uh-oh. That laugh was insane. That's how I would animate. Your two little Rise brain cells. You're class S, aren't you? Ruh. If you slap like a ranking system on anything, I'll eat it up. Even though in this game it's really not well implemented at all. You go straight from D to S. Dude. Toguro was B tier. Yo, Art, 25.
Barb Turtle.
I love that number. So I roomed with my like childhood best friend freshman year of college. And there was one night where we were just like super bored. And I don't even know how we got on the topic. I shouldn't talk over this, but it's hard when I've seen it so many times. We somehow got on the topic of Yu Yu Hakusho, which I had no idea he watched anime or anything. Cause I don't know, he was my best friend, but we don't like usually talk about that kind of stuff. That's just how it is, you know. But we got on that topic, and it like changed my life because I was like, "What?" We bonded over that moment specifically. I was like, "Yo, remember when Toguro was a B tier?" And he was like, "Yo." He was like, "That changed everything." That's awful. Hey, Will. Hey, I appreciate it, bud. She is always thinking of him. It's like her defining character trait. Yo. Yes, yes, yes. Hey, good. It would be really bad if you didn't choose that. What is her little necklace? I think it's just supposed to... Yeah, no, I'm looking at the model and it's very clearly just a gem. But in the portrait, it almost looks like a picture. It's just the lighting, I guess, the shading on it. Defining character trait? That's a great question. I feel like you can't give your own defining character trait. Someone else has to define it for you. But maybe I'm wrong. I love the Obero laugh. The portrait animation's so funny. I love Obero's his pants. What's going on? Yeah! Based. The coolest moment of the game. This part's so sick. What are we doing with Meteor Storm? What happened a month ago? Where were we? I'm going back to Bubble. Are you kidding? Dying or having sex? Which one's Obero? Is he green? He's yellow. He's dead is what he is. I think I just used it to like show it, but that was the last fight we did. This is so sick. This fight is just here to be, like, cool. There's no threat whatsoever. We just JoJo memed him. Back to the GT music. We just killed Dr. Willow. I've deceived you. The orders of another? Class S plus? For Eliza. No, no, no. Yo. Who was that someone? You scoundrel! What if he pulled out a gun? I like his H gauntlet. Yeah, we're just watching this. Give up! Give up! Poisson Robo. I watched like 20 minutes of the SpongeBob French narrator last night. It just burned into my memory. Honestly, a really funny bit that I don't like think about enough. He's really like omnipresent. There's no way he's gonna pull this off. Oh, monk ass. Hey, great job, guy. Now he's gonna go take over the Earth and probably use Vegeta as a host. It'll be a really cool concept for an arc that's not executed perfectly, but hey. Maybe Oob will be there. I forgot that we do this. It is, yeah, I think it is too. Oob on his way to job right at this moment. Uh-oh. His arena evolved. Should check the stats on this. I believe right now all of its parts are like Rahu 2. We'll be good with Bubble and a teammate. This is probably the easiest Rahu fight in the game. It like has the pacing of a proper arc, which is cool. A lot more than can be said of the rest of GT. You know how baffled I was when I found out? Because I never watched the Super 17 arc. I didn't watch much of GT, honestly. I watched the beginning and like the very, very end. I was baffled when I found out the Super 17 arc is like 3 episodes. There's like nothing happens. Oob is really cool. That's why it's more aggravating. He became a Dragon Ball Z character before he had the chance to, like, be a Dragon Ball character. You know what I mean? Like... His strength was drained as a trap. When no... That was all I knew about the Super 17 arc for a while, other than, you know, Super 17. Look at Overo just wasted over here. Nappa literally just being like... He's like the caveman from Scooby-Doo. Roy, long time no see. Based. Why does that say R? Oh, for Rahu. I was like, why doesn't it say Z? Yeah, I don't like that. It's nowhere near as cool as it should be. Robo tried to dive to aquatic mine. Yeah, when they're like all in line. Alright, we gotta go back. Alright, this right here. I need you to... Everybody get ski cozy. We're here now. First of all, I told the story last time. I played this... I rented this game for a weekend or whatever, you know, as you do. I got to this part, like, really late at night. I thought this part was so scary. Because of the song. This song is terrifying. I have mixed feelings on that, honestly. As I get older, I'm like... I think it's executed really well. But I don't get why it had to happen. It's really dumb. But because it did happen, I like how the scene like goes. I think it's a really nice goodbye. Maybe the saddest scene in Dragon Ball, honestly. It's up there. Alright, anyway, we're here. Buckle up. Colm kind of implied what's gonna happen here. Just, I hope you have your reading glasses on. Voice acting would have been nice here. I guess I could read it. Let me drink some water. This room belonged to our leader, who passed away not too long ago. Z's leader? Yes. Someone here needs to hear my leader's final words. This is why I brought you to this place. Someone? Who? Who is it? Please listen. These are my leader's final words.
Black, you'll never know how proud I am that you've come so far.
I'm not doing that. Hey, Zabrag, how come he knows your name? You'll never guess. Imagine Zabrag saying this, like, in this moment. He just no-sells it. Not surprised at all. It's because I'm the leader. Yeah. I'm the leader of the Z Syndicate. You've been lying to us all this time? Hey, I've been talking about Zabragburger the whole time. Yeah, I'm just joking. First of all, I am the king of Team Plasma. Why would you joke at a time like this? Sergey is malding right now. What? Not necessarily. Are what? Yo, what's up, Farg? The sun! The Zabrag sun! Oh, it does sound like my dad. That would be a 10. Oh, that does sound like my dad. He has like a little flashback.
I love you, son.
Zabrag's father? We following so far? This is just the beginning. Zabrag, if you're listening to this message, that means Rahu has returned, and our time is short. I wish that I could have been here to see you, to fight with you in this final, glorious moment. However, if you're hearing this, it also means my time has come, and I'm gone from this world. I should go get my dad and tell him to read this. I have given my loyal friend, Sergey, details on your mission. Trust him as you would have trusted me. You do not have much time left. Give Sergey the watch I gave you to care for so long ago. You imagine my dad sounding like Barney Rubble? I got bad news. Yeah, I don't... You know, that's a good one. Hey, our dad, take my hour watch. With the power contained in that watch, you can defeat Rahu. I've failed you as a father in life, and my final wish in death is nothing but a fool's errand. I'm sorry, son. Hey, don't worry, Dad, it's all good. That was his final message. I got one problem though, Sergey. The watch. My dad told me to keep it on at all times. Never to take it off. He said it over and over. I promised him so many times. And he then he left me. He just dipped. Why did you leave without telling us? Because I met my boss. Because I met the boss. The boss? You mean Zabrag's boss? When I found out about the boss, I became curious. I wanted to explore it. And there, I met my boss. I was surprised to discover somebody living in the outside world. I picture this as I picture a young, sprightly Sergey going out there on an adventure, and he just finds Zabrag dad at a campfire or something. That's the imagery I'm picturing right now, the way he's describing it. He just finds a guy sitting at a campsite. He asked me, do you want to turn the world upside down with me? And I told him that I wanted to know the truth about the outside world. Then he asked, is there something you need to protect? And I said yes. Marcia, my sister, you were the one I wanted to protect. He did it for her. He could have done a better job. He could have checked in on her. We spoke for some time, discussing life in our dome and outside. Finally, he asked me, do you want to protect this world from annihilation? Annihilation? Yes, I have to admit, I really didn't understand his question. But I could see in his eyes that he was very serious indeed. I stopped to think, and I said yes. And then he said, you want to open Zabrag Burger with me? As long as you remain in your world, you will never see the truth. The truth lies in darkness. If you discover an inconsistency in your perfectly ordered world, where all things are controlled, anything that cannot be explained, come see me again, and I may be able to help you. Tell no one that we met. Tell no one what we have discussed. With that, we parted ways. I thought about what he said, but I couldn't find any inconsistencies. That's because there are none! Roy, be quiet and listen. Continue, Sergey. Then, suddenly, I found it. It was right in front of me from the start. Where were we getting the burgers? There are no cows. There's hardly any grass. When I returned home, I saw my sister waiting for me, and it struck me. The inconsistency. That single, unexplainable thing? It was Marcia. Her special power. Her strange power was a gift, and my late parents, they were suffering. To all appearances, Marcia is an ordinary girl, and yet the kids teased her. The scientists poked and prodded, and still they learned nothing. Why is he saying that? Marcia didn't want to go, but the researchers forced her, kicking and screaming. I found out what they did to Marcia at the research center. It wasn't science. It was torture. They say that all people are created equal, but my sister's power stole equality from her. If this isn't an inconsistency, then what is? How did I go so long without questioning this? I couldn't wait. Once I'd seen the inconsistency clearly, I had to leave to meet that man again. I told him about Marcia, and he said, in order to understand, you must know everything. And he told me the real truth. Something even most Class S commanders don't know. The real truth. What? What do you mean? You're all aware that centuries ago, Rahu nearly wiped out the human race. Yeah, we were told that Rahu annihilated all of the domed cities people lived in except for ours. You were never told the truth about the outside world. You believe we lived in domes up here? Well, yeah, I mean, where else would we live? We lived free in the outside world. We lived in vast cities in the open air. Rahu destroyed all of that. What? Really? Originally, humans didn't live in domed cities. We lived outside. The outside world was our home. Rahu destroyed all of our cities centuries ago. The few who survived, they found an area that had minimal damage, and with the help of Robo technology, they built a dome to create a livable environment for a new community. I see. We hadn't heard about that part. We thought people had always lived inside those domes. You are correct, but there is still more that you do not know. The dome builders left Rahu inoperative in the outside world before they sealed themselves in. Sergei, it sounds like you're saying we deliberately chose to live in a cage. Like animals. That's right, Shulk. The dome protects us, but it also keeps us trapped. Caged. Our jail. Wait a sec. You said Rahu was an operative. So how did we stop Rahu last time? Now saving. That's how long this is. Rahu possessed no form of its own. It was more like a spirit than a living creature. Yeah, it's pretty funny how that comes up here. What? No form? That doesn't make any sense. We saw it. It looked like a custom Robo's at Bragg Point. I'll explain that later. Let me continue though. Originally, Rahu was invisible, like a ghoul, formless, like a ghost, but still physical, still capable of inflicting damage. We couldn't see it, but it was a real creature, and it evolved rapidly. This is a terrifying concept. Evolved. Not in the traditional sense, but yes, that's correct. Rahu has two fundamental behaviors. The first is to acquire new targets. In this case, us. Us. Once it identifies its prey, Rahu destroys it swiftly and utterly. It appropriates any useful abilities its victim possessed, anything it has not encountered before. Then, like a chrysalis, it goes dormant, awakens with new skills, and continues its hunt. Metamorphosis. I guess it really is evolving. So what you're saying is that it targets a creature with abilities it doesn't have and steals them. Then it turns into a pupa, rests for a bit, and changes into an even scarier monster? Yeah, that's just about the size of it. That's just a secondary behavior, though. Its primary function is to annihilate every living thing. So, it's invisible, it can learn to do everything we can do, and all it wants is to kill everything? Right. So what can we do? I mean, other than just roll over and die. How did they stop it hundreds of years ago when it was running amok? Custom Robos. It was because of custom Robos that they were able to defeat Rahu. Custom Robos? Custom Robos, yes. Back then, custom Robos were nothing but children's toys. Like robotic action figures. You could play it on the N64. It may sound strange, but even now there is much we do not know about custom Robos. Rahu's destructive rampage was at its peak, and we were all but extinct. When suddenly, Rahu targeted a young child's Robo toy. Then something inexplicable happened. Rahu merged with the Robo, melded itself with the Robo. That's weird. Why'd it do that? I'm not sure. Some people think there's a connection between Rahu and the custom Robo. It almost sounds like Rahu did a dive into that custom Robo and, I don't know, got stuck or something. And that's why Rahu looks the way it does now. That's why we can even see it in the first place. That's correct. Now that our enemy was visible, we had a chance to fight back, and we seized it. The government remodeled the custom Robos as weapons to battle Rahu's new Robo form. It was pretty raw. Finally, after many grueling battles, we defeated Rahu. Actually, let me correct myself. We didn't defeat it, but we were able to trigger its dormant cycle. The dormant Rahu had no new information to assimilate, and so it didn't evolve and didn't awaken. We couldn't destroy Rahu, though. Instead, we bought ourselves... Yeses? I'm in the middle of a story. What's the quetchy? That would be sick. Like the original battle? That could be cool, but no. I think it's just to show off the game. Let's headcanon it, though. Instead, we bought ourselves some time. So that's the rest of the story we didn't know. Or, we didn't know. But wait. Sis is here now. He's in this room. Don't you think that's a little funny? Rahu was capable of destroying the entire world, and we stopped it with a child's toy? I know what you're thinking. Rahu couldn't be stopped simply with the custom Robos. There was something else. A device designed to stop Rahu by targeting his Robo systems. A device? Sergey, why should we trust you? You're a member of the Z Syndicate now, and a traitor. Even if you're telling the truth, why does it matter? What's your point? You're right. It doesn't matter. Let me ask you, Roy. When did you first find out about Rahu's attack? Why are you suddenly... I first learned the truth when I became a Class S commander. How about you, Captain Mira? It was the same. I didn't know a thing until I was promoted. Don't you think that's odd? What? This is the single most significant and traumatic event in human history, and no one knows the brag point. It's classified knowledge. The government dictates who should and should not know. But how could they stop the survivors from passing on these stories to their children? The that people respect the word of the government. They knew it was confidential. Do you actually believe that the government has the power to silence such a terrible thing? Can you think of any other reason why no one has ever talked about this horrific event? It does seem difficult to imagine. So many years have passed and nobody knew the full scope of it. Even becoming a Class S commander didn't explain everything. The reason this is such a well-kept secret is not because the survivors chose to keep it secret. It's because their memories were wiped clean. It is a secret because no one was allowed to remember. Oh, for crying out... Look, this is all starting to get real confusing here. What you're saying is that everyone, and I mean everyone, forgot about Rahu entirely? That's correct. That's impossible. What could possibly make everyone just forget about this all at once? Oh, nothing could make that happen. Naturally. Are you saying someone devised a way to erase every living human's memory entirely? Yes, it was Goku at the end of the Buu saga. We're in GT now. The engineers of this foolish plan wanted to erase everyone's memories and implant false ones. Our government carried out this plan hundreds of years ago, once the dome was completed. What? The government found a way to make everyone forget about Rahu? Yes. The world exists entirely within this dome. Outside the dome, there is nothing. We are all raised thinking that this dome is our true home, where we will live and die. That is the great lie. The memory implant told us all that this dome contained mankind's entire world. But why? Rahu will awaken. It is inevitable. Could you live a normal life knowing Rahu would return? But never knowing when? I see. It was to give us a sense of security, even if it was just a lie. But how is that possible? What could possibly erase everyone's memory like that? I don't know, but they did it. They made a device that could erase everyone's memory. I can't believe it. I'm sure we would have heard of something like that. Captain Mira, I've already told you. There are some things not even Class S commanders have been told. How do we know you didn't make the whole story up? I suppose you have no evidence. Except that one of these devices still exists to this very day. Oh, really? Where is it? He hasn't spoken in like 20 minutes. He just almost choked on like a kernel. I got it! Harry, you do? It's at the lab. The Custom Robo Research Lab. That's why the Z Syndicate was there. Ski nerd. You're right! Oh, you're the man, Harry. No, it's not at the lab. I thought so. Harry's not that smart. There's no way he could have figured it out before me. Oh yeah? Where is it, Roy? Oh, not so lump. So, where is it? Zabrag. Yes? Your father's watch. That's the device. It can erase people's memories. You've had it all along. What? Zabrag's watch? Oh, that's why Z's leader said something about defeating Rahu with Zabrag's watch. I see. The device that was used to defeat Rahu was the one that could erase people's memories. Yes, hundreds of years ago, that very device helped us defeat Rahu. Sergei, why does Zabrag have it? How did something like that wind up with him? What was Zabrag's father like? I thought he said he was a disgusting scientist. He was an average fighter. Zabrag's watch, look, it says 5 on it! He was a brilliant scientist and a brilliant fighter. One of the highest ranking officials in the government. He was just filthy. I found him at a campsite. He hadn't showered in weeks. That is why he was told the truth. We all live with false memories implanted by the government. When he learned that people had been deprived of the truth for so long, he began to have doubts. He questioned the ethics of the plan, and he knew that Rahu would rise once again. Marcia, my leader told me where your power came from. It was a result of the erasure, a side effect. Right now, every aspect of the brain's development is controlled. The side effect was unexpected. Nobody realized that the dramatic change in environment and the memory blocks and implants would generate this effect. No one could explain what exactly created Marcia's power. Marcia, your power is born from the tragedy humans suffered hundreds of years ago. Now saving. Let's get back to the subject. You said that Zabrag's father had doubts about the false memories? Was he the only one in the government who felt this way? He must have been something. He was. He stole the only remaining model of the memory erasure device. He escaped to the outside world with several of his colleagues. Well, that was the second time. That's how long we've been here. I'm sure the government must have been quick to send someone after them. Yes. The government's soldiers had one goal: to retrieve the memory erasure device. They searched all over the outside world for him, but he was always one step ahead. Instead of taking the device with him into exile, he hid it inside of the domed city itself. He reconfigured it into that watch so that no one would be able to identify it. And then he gave the watch to Zabrag. Yes, to the one person he could trust. Someone who didn't know the power of the object he held. And that's when your leader formed the Z Syndicate. And all this time, the Z Syndicate's goal has actually been to inform the people of the truth. Yeah, kinda. She's very in tune with people's emotions, and she can like in the Robo, in this, she can do a half dive. Which basically means she can like get into someone's head, sorta, from their Robo. Someone explain it better than me. And all this time, the Z Syndicate's goal has actually been to inform the people of the truth. No one has played Spirit of Justice, except for like me. It was at first. We wanted people to know the truth, to prepare themselves in case Rahu did attack again. Sick mechanic, though. Everybody get caught up on Ace Attorney. But as time passed, he began to worry, to doubt himself. He began to worry that informing everyone of the truth would only trigger mass panic. He realized that it might be best to find a way to stop Rahu without having the people know about it. That was the moment when my leader formed a syndicate made up of the strongest fighters. Raw. Strong fighters. And that's when he recruited you? I wanted to save this ruined world. In order to do that, I knew I would have to help him. He told me he needed someone to support him, no matter how insane his orders might seem. But you could have told Marcia before you left. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You owed her at least that much, didn't you? To be honest, I planned on leaving Marcia before I met your father. Okay. My sister would do anything I told her. If I'd stayed, she would never have left my shadow. Yeah? It was unacceptable, unthinkable. I wanted her to think for herself, to grow into the commander she is. I thought that if I weren't around, she would have the opportunity she needed to think for herself. Hey, don't become a parent, guy. That's why I left the way I did. Well, he basically was a parental figure. This is brother. But I always watched over her. I would have come to her aid and... Yeah, do we think he watched over her? What is he, like Tuxedo Mask? What was he, standing on top of the Robo statue, like looking down with a flowing cape? I left, even though I knew I ran the risk of alienating her, of making her hate me for leaving her. Sergey, I've learned something. My partners taught me something more valuable than I'd realized. Spoiling someone isn't love. Sometimes you need to be strict in order to be compassionate. Thank you, Custom Robo. That's when I figured it out. That's when I knew that my older brother still cared about me. That he still loved me. And I wondered if that wasn't why you had left me in the first place. I don't know if this is... I don't know if this is landing, but hey. They helped me to understand, and that's why I still love you. Thank you, Sergey. You've grown so strong, Marcia. The more I hear about this, the more complicated the situation gets. I agree. Still, after hearing all of that, it sounds like Z formed in order to help out mankind. What about Oboro? That guy wanted Rahu for himself. When our leader grew ill, Oboro and Eliza made a grab for power. That's when it began to crumble. It's basically like a Three Kings arc. Oh, Ra. Did you know Tagoro was only a bee? What? The more they knew about Rahu's amazing powers, the more they wanted to possess it. They'd forgotten our leader's goals, and they planned such foolishness as diving into Rahu. I guess there's always one selfish sicko in every group. Thank you, Harry. I acted as Oboro's subordinate while looking for the chance to strike back. But wait, why was Eliza at the lab? Did it have something to do with Rahu? Oboro and Eliza both knew that the memory erasure device was the key to destroying Rahu. But they didn't know our leader had already stolen it. He was never sure he could trust them. They wanted that device so they could tame Rahu for their own ends instead of destroying it. Eliza must have thought that the Custom Robo research lab would have such a device. That's why she attacked the lab. See? Just as I thought. Eliza thought the device was at the research lab. I am smart. I think just like the Z Syndicate's leaders. Which simply shows how flawed her thinking truly is. So long. We've spoken long enough. So brag, may I borrow your watch? Oh yeah, about that, I mean, we've been talking for 30 minutes, but I didn't see a good spot to jump in, really. Once I've inserted the chip, the watch's memory eraser functions will be restored. What happens if I say don't give it to him? We don't have time for this. I'm sorry, I can't give you my watch. What are you saying? That device can destroy Rahu. I want to give it to him. But I don't have it! I don't understand. I was told that the son of my leader would have kept a watch on him at all times. Oh. Sabrag gave it to Mira. Oh, I'm sorry. I totally forgot. Zabrag, you gave me your watch, remember? At dinner? You did what? You what? Who cares? It doesn't matter who has it as long as it's here, right? Hand it over, sis. Well, I was afraid I'd break it if I brought it with me. So I left it in the cabinet. I thought it was an heirloom. The cabinet? But we don't have much time. Sabrag, hurry! Go get it! Here's the key to my house. Here's the key to my house. Oh, Steen, I've never... Did I do this? Is this a new song? Have I ever done this? I don't think I've ever done this. Did I do this? Hey, Obero, I messed up. Blah. Hey, I'll be right back, bud. Alright, we're not finishing at 9:30. This is the most he's ever... Stray dog? That's sick. This is so funny. This is so nothing. 20 minutes of you can have it and picking the right dialogue option. Just so you can waste time. This is no time to hit the lockers. It's pretty funny though. Not many games would have the guts. Hey buddy, rest up. I'll see you when I get back. Hey Snack, you write that down? Run, Zabrag, run! This is crazy. Why would they put this in the game? This is funny though. What if this was an RPG and it had like random battles? Then it wouldn't be funny. He said it was in the cabinet. Yeah. We gotta make a quick stop at the Bragg Burger on the way. Hey, bud. Weren't there like 7 of you that went in there? They've been in there a while. Mayor said she put my watch in a cabinet drawer. I'll go ask Ernest about it. Ernest, do you know where Harry's cabinet is? So Bragg, what happened? Are you alone? Where are Harry and Marcia? I left them. I left them. You what? No, I mean... And you call yourself a Steelheart? No, I mean, I'm going back to them right now. Is it true? Yeah. Then quit wasting your time here. Get a move on. I don't want to see your face unless you've got Harry and Marcia with you. Alright, Chief. I don't think I've ever done this. Linda, do you know where Harry's cabinet is? Ernest wouldn't tell me. So Bragg, what happened? Aren't you supposed to be with Mira? We need a special device to defeat Rahu. I came back to get it. You found out a way to defeat Rahu? Yeah, Sergey showed us. Hold on, let me take 30 minutes to explain it to you real quick. Sergey, hold on. It's a really long story. Oh, Linda, you just want to know the details. Who's someone who gets straight to the point? Let's go talk to our girl. She'll know what to do. She always does. Lucy, where's Harry's cabinet? Oh, you're back, are you? Where did you spend the night? Oh, you don't have to answer. Don't worry. It's none of my business. Do you know where Harry's cabinet is? He's still looking for his toupee. Every night? If he had a better job, we'd be able to afford a stylish bag. Will, Brudge, where's Harry's cabinet? Dad's been skipping work so that he and Mom can fight. Oh no! That seems a little weird to me. I think they actually like fighting. Oh, we gotta go. God, we're not finding Harry's cabinet there. But where's Harry's cabinet? You know Harry, right? If it stays this peaceful, you're right. We love peace. I can't ruin peace for her. Maybe Sophie knows. Sophie's friends with Harry. Yeah, it's been a while, yeah. Hey, Sophie, we still love you. Boy, you should help us. I've been training hard every day, and I think I've gotten pretty strong. I think I'll start training with people now. Yo. He's been training his Uncle Punch. Bogey, say it ain't so. You gotta know. Where's Harry's cabinet? Ah, long time no see. Thanks to you, my cafe's been peaceful. Business is still slow, though. Ernest came in yesterday, but he spent all night mumbling your names and crying into his iced non-fat vanilla latte, no whip. That's funny. Did something happen? We know Ernest's order now. Oh, God. Do you know where Harry's cabinet is? Thank goodness. It reached the point where everyone was just saying the same thing over and over again. Just cuts to, like, the park and they're like, Zabrag, 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 Zabrag. Don't you hate that? When you talk to someone and he keeps saying exactly the same thing. Hey, boy. You're almost there. The Z-word game is over. People get tired of fads quickly, don't they, honey? Well, we haven't gotten tired of this park, darling. So what was Z? It sounds like the name of a candy company. An evil one, yeah, but still. What is this logic? How does it sound like a candy company? Z sounds like a hip, futuristic pet thing. Or a lunch meat. Or both. Rahu. You can't come fast enough. Oh, Dendai Don, he's gotta know. Dendai Don! These earthquakes are making me thirsty! If I ask, will you figure out what's causing them? Should we go everywhere? Harry's cabinet! Arachan! Get out of here! I'm not asking you for anything. Get out of the way. Oh, there we go. My watch! A quick stop at the Zabrag Burger right over. Boom. Made him go through 2 more quakes. Hey, stray dog on the right. Where's the chief, huh? Hey, chief, you want to go for a swim? Oh, he is. Arachan? What are you doing here? Zabrag, what happened? Did you complete your mission? It's a long story, Chief. 3 saves worth. Pretend you didn't even see me, okay? You're kind of strange, you know that? Anyway, don't let me slow you down. Get on with it. Did he let me say the other stuff? Okay. What's going on in here? This is like when we walked into the top of Dark Isle and there was just a guy looking at the screen. Oh, I'm really not a member of the police squad, just a fan, that's all. This uniform's just a replica. I wanted to join the police squad, but I've given up because I can't pass the license exam. On the plus side, I've just started hanging around the police and nobody said anything. I feel a little guilty about it, but if it means I get to be a cop, even a make-believe one, I don't mind. Hey, keep it up, guy. Whatever you want. Just hanging out with the cops. Oh, absolutely. You could probably just ask the chief right now. I mean, we're just not very good, you know? Let's see, the sensor's in that print on the wall. If I just press the A button in front of it... Oh, Franny! Keep clean. Touch. I love the song. And no, they will not. Will they cut back to us being there? What's happening? It's just an earthquake. We get a lot of them around here. Enjoy your meal. What are you talking about? We don't get earthquakes in these parts. That's strange. Is it just my restaurant? If it just cut... What if that's how I introduced the FF7 remake playthrough? That's not a thing, don't worry. All I have to do is press the A button in front of the sensor on the wall. I still have to play it. I played the first... I don't know. What's that over there, huh? Go, 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 go. Go, 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 go. I played the first, like, real chapter. Played up to that, where you're, like... Where you have a full party of, Cloud, Tifa, and Barrett running through, like, that factory or whatever. With all the fans. That's the last thing I played. Hey guys. Hey guys. Oh, which way was it? I'm gonna go this way. It's an automated lock, it won't open. Interesting. I wonder what's back there. What if Roy went through some like raw JRPG final dungeon? Hey, Obro. Here's your garlic, friends. Thanks. The walls were like fleshy. Roy fought like... he fought like an ogre or something. Hey guys, I made it. I got you a frisson. I got you a Junior Zappy burger. I got you a large O'Brien burger. And Roy, you can have the receipt. Oh, what should I say? Yeah. Well, you shouldn't have. You cost us a lot of time. And Sergey, I got you the crown. I want the crown. Give it back. Well, that was fun for us. The watch. If I hadn't done that whole giving the watch away, it would have just gone to this scene. It would have been like, give me the watch, and it'd be like, okay. Point toward your target and activate it. Okay. I'm gonna try it on you guys. We're almost near the end. Let's go destroy Rahu. Do you know where to find it? If attach a tracking device to Rahu. If it's transmitting, we'll know where Rahu is. Let's hurry. With every passing second, Rahu continues to evolve. It's still evolving? Like I said before, Rahu evolves. Rahu is especially drawn to negative feelings, hatred, envy, greed. It absorbs that mental energy, uses it to fuel its metamorphosis. So that's why it's looked different every time you've seen it. It's not just its appearance that's changing. It's growing stronger with each evolution. The device will erase Rahu's genetic memory so that it stops evolving. I fear that Rahu is resting now, preparing for its next evolution. We can defeat it if we erase its memory and eliminate its advantage. Let's go. Look at our little shadows down there.